Today we're having a family reunion, not really, but I'm gonna be showcasing all the family trailers by MDC. This is the 15 over here, this is the 16, and that's the 17. So we're gonna talk about all of these different trailers, kind of some of the comparisons, the specs. At the end, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the pricing. If you go down and click in the link below, you can fill in your information and we'll be able to email you a comparison sheet and show you all of the specs side by side as well as the pricing. But I'm gonna get into first starting with the 15. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of compare these side by side. So come on down here. This is the 15, that's the model. Right there, you got 21 foot, 1 inch. So here we move over to the 16, you're thinking, well, it's gonna be a whole nother foot, right? No, it's 22 feet and 3 inches. Now this, keep in mind, is from the tip of the hitch to the very back spare tire. The 15 is actually the box. So that does have a 15-foot box. This has a 16-foot box, but it's actually only 2 inches longer. So they're almost the same length. Now we come over to here, the 17 family. And as you can see, we are at 23 foot, 3 inches. So about a foot longer than the 16 and a foot and a couple inches longer than the 15. Now you might be wondering, well, you know, I want something that's light, right? Which one's the lightest? Well, let's find out. If you come down here on the stamp, this one actually is 6613. That's the gross vehicle weight, but the dry weight on this guy is actually 5,400 pounds. That's 5,400 pounds. That's empty, nothing in it. So seems pretty light, half-ton towable, no problem. Well, this one must be heavier because this one's a hybrid canvas pop top. That's not true. This one is a hard wall and it's actually lighter than the 15, which is crazy. The first time I heard that, I was like, there's no way. Anyways, this one comes in at 5,174 pounds. So it's a few hundred pounds lighter than the 15. So this one is easily towable by a half ton. Whether you got a Tundra, you know, Nissan Armada, big SUV, small truck, you're gonna have no problem towing this guy. Now, moving over to here, we move up to the heavyweight. This one's coming in at 6,085 pounds. Once again, these are all dry weights. This one has about a 1,700 pound cargo capacity. They all have different cargo capacities. These both are about 1,000 pounds of cargo capacity. So obviously with 4 wheels, you're gonna add some more cargo capacity. But all in all, if you're looking for lightest, the winner is actually the 16, which is pretty crazy. And then the 15, and then the 17 family. So that's the weights. What are some other differences about these trailers? Well, this is a hybrid. What does that mean? That means this roof actually drops down. Now that's great because maybe if you're going through the forest, you're gonna have less branches that are gonna scrape the side of the thing because it's a little bit more lower profile. Not by a ton, but it is. But the negative is there's canvas up there, right? So you're not gonna be able to heat it as easily. This thing will stay very warm in the winter. I've slept in these in frigid temperatures, single digits with canvas, and they stay nice and warm, no issue. But once again, it is canvas. It is what it is. That's just the reality. This is a hard wall, right? So there's zero canvas going on. And then you come over to here, we have another hard wall, zero canvas going on. So there you have it. Those are big differences between the whole lineup. The other thing is the 15, you actually don't have a axle because it's independent suspension, but you have 2 wheels on this guy, you have 2 wheels on this guy, and you have 4 wheels on this guy. Some people, you know, they'll argue to their dying breath that 4 wheels is better than 2, but some people will argue that 2 wheels is better than 4. It just really depends on what you're doing, what you're towing it with, where you're going. Generally, 2 wheels is gonna be more agile, more easier to move through tight places. 4 wheels is gonna give you a lot more stability and hitting washboards. That 4 wheel will articulate better. Now, the other thing that I wanna talk about is setup. So we talk a lot about the electric or the 4E in the XL15, and we always talk about how that E stands for easy because this thing is so easy to set up. is an electric pop top. You just press a button, the roof comes up. This thing got gas assisted struts. It's so easy to set up. The only thing that could possibly be easier to set up is something that requires zero setup. This thing doesn't open because it's already open. You just walk in the door. Same thing with the 17. If you're really going for something with zero setup, the 16 family and the 17 family are going to give you that zero setup. Now, let's talk about sleeping. What do we have for sleeping on the inside? Well, this guy, you have a booth that turns into a bed that you can easily put a child, maybe squeeze 2 in there. Then you have 2 bunks, and then you have a residential queen size bed. So this sleeps 5 people. You might be able to squeeze a 6th child on that booth. What about the 16 family? Because it's smaller, so you're thinking probably doesn't sleep as many. No, that's not true. The 16 family is gonna also sleep 5, potentially 6 if you were to squeeze them in that little booth area. But easily you can say this sleeps 5 and this sleeps 5. How many people does the 15 sleep? Well, it sleeps 4 comfortably, and that's it. You're not going to squeeze anybody else in there unless you throw them on the floor. But in that case, you can sleep extra people on the floor in these ones as well. So you got a 4 sleeper right here, 5 and 5 with the 16 and 17 family. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is all of these have electric awnings, and they actually come with canvas rooms. That's right. The 15, the 16, and the 17 all come with an incredible canvas setup. So if you're looking to bring the whole neighborhood with you, you can easily add that canvas room to it and sleep another dozen kids outside. I don't know if that's what you're looking to do, but you could if you wanted to. So the last thing I want to talk about these trailers is the big difference of them is the pricing. We actually have these 16 families, and these are right now on a special sale. The retail on them right now, the list price that we're selling them for is just under $60,000, $59,99999, right? Literally 60 grand. The 15, which is a little bit smaller of a trailer, is coming in over $60,000, 63, and the 17's MSRP is $83,000. So you have about a $20,000+ price difference between the 16 and the 17. Now, personally, with an inside kitchen, no inside kitchen, the 15 also has an inside kitchen. That might be one of the drawbacks behind this, but you have to ask yourself, why am I going camping? Is it because I want to cook inside the trailer, or do I want to get outside and enjoy nature and cook outside? They all have beautiful outside kitchens, superb outside kitchens with the stove, the sink, hot and cold water. All of these units have refrigerators. This one doesn't come stock. You have to actually add the fridge on the 15, but both the 16 and the 17 have stock indoor refrigerators. So that's what you have. You have the differences between these trailers, and it really comes down to what you're looking for, and also it might be your budget, because as far as budget friendly, this is definitely the winner. But as far as capability, all of these trailers are going to be unbelievably capable, and you can tow them all with a half-ton truck without any issues. So thanks for watching. Do you want to see one of these trailers? In case you want to actually see one in person, we have every single one of these trailers at our locations across America. We have a place in Colorado Springs now. We have a place in Mesa, Arizona. We have a place in just outside of Greenville, South Carolina, and here in Utah. If you want to come see these trailers in person and put your hands on them and feel them and touch them, just reach out to one of our sales coaches. Go down below in the link, and you can go to one of our stores and text, call us. You have questions. Thanks, and make it a wonderful day. Bye-bye.